Arabic grammar functions as a complex, precision-engineered mechanical system where every single moving part has a specific purpose. Every word in the language operates within one of three foundational categories: the ism, or noun, the fi'l, or verb, and the harf, or particle. The behavior of a word inside a sentence is dictated by structural rules and physical exclusions, where the word's category determines which linguistic attachments it can accept. To understand how this machine runs, we must isolate the engine, the verbs, and the operators, the particles. Fluency requires identifying the invisible architectural framework that locks these components into a functioning sentence. The fi'l, or verb, represents an action tied to a specific point in time. This golden block represents the past tense verb kataba. A verb is defined by what it rejects. The feminine ta marbuta is repelled by its structure. The tanween double vowel marker is similarly blocked. Even definite articles like al and ser, prepositions, are deflected. This absolute rejection creates a strictly compartmentalized architecture, protecting the verb's internal logic from being altered by noun modifiers. Arabic verbs organize themselves by temporal states, beginning with the past tense. This is the mazi, the past tense. Its mebni structure is fixed and immutable. The ending remains constant. Because this core is solid, the mazi accepts specific structural identifiers. The feminine ta and specific subject pronouns lock into the end of the stone block. This fixed foundation interacts with external modifiers like the particle kad. When placed before a mazi verb, kad marks the action as completed and confirmed. The amir, or command form, like uktub, write, functions as a direct imperative. The amir shares the same mebni properties as the past tense. Its ending is locked in place. Together, the mazi and amir form the unyielding bedrock of the language, maintaining their internal structure regardless of the linguistic environment. While the past and command forms are completely fixed, the present and future tense require a fluid architecture. This is the muzari verb. This structure, yaktubu, is a dynamic variable, shifting its final vowel based on preceding words. It is identified by a trigger at the front, one of the four muzarat letters, elif, te, ye, or nun. This dynamic state allows future tense prefixes, se or selfa, to attach and move the action forward in time. In its default state, the muzari is merfu, usually ending in the u sound of a dhamma vowel. External operators can force the muzari into different structural states, known as mansub and meksum. Even in this fluid state, the verb remains resistant to mejrur, the genitive case, which remains a vulnerability reserved only for nouns. The muzari acts as the reactive component within the sentence, shifting its shape when an outside force acts upon it. The forces that act upon these verbs are the particles, or harf. These function as logic operators. Particles possess no independent semantic meaning. Their value is purely functional within the system. These are categorized as inert particles, or amal, governing operators. Inert particles, like the question marker hal, pass through without causing a structural reaction. Amal particles are active. They execute commands to force transformation. When the nasb operator lan collides, it shifts the final vowel to an a. The sesm operator lam overrides fluidity, freezing the vowel into a locked state called meksum. These operators also manipulate nouns, using jer prepositions or the ina particle to shift their grammatical case. Harf particles are the engines of change that dictate the ultimate shape of every dynamic word in the sentence. This is the macro structure of a complete Arabic sentence. Within this structure, we identify the fixed mebni components that serve as unmoving foundations. Alongside them sit the active amil particles, each exerting influence over its neighbor. We can trace the direct cause and effect pathways from these operators to the specific vowels they have altered. Comprehension relies on recognizing these pathways of influence before translating the individual words. Mastery of the language is found not just in memorization, but in truly understanding the intricate physics of this entire linguistic machine.